What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk to you about another Lifetime movie, which is always thrilling for me. I'm sure it's thrilling for some of you. Today I'm here to talk about Best Friend's Betrayal. So this is the story of Jess. She's a divorced woman, but she's definitely on the uptick in life. Her small business is starting to blossom. She's just booked a great event from a hometown author who moved away, but he's coming back to do a book signing, best-selling crime thriller author. She's going to host it at her friend's small business so that they can have kind of this circle of friendship that will, help both of them out, blossom their friendship even more. When the author gets there, his name is Nick. He takes an instant interest, in Jess. But she's kind of hesitant because he's this big-time author and he writes these creepy stories. And her friend is like, it's never going to work, because he's, long-distance relationship. He says, I'm going to move back to my hometown to write my next book, and I want to get to know you while I'm here. And so they kind of start dating, and Katie, Jess's friend Katie hates that idea. She thinks that he's there's something off about him. She just doesn't trust him. And so when some strange things start to happen, Katie immediately, is trying to get Jess to separate from him, and she's worried because Jess has been in an abusive relationship before, and so on and so forth. And that's the deal here is he this crazy person who writes these crazy books, or is he just, is Katie just kind of shell-shocked and doesn't want to see her friend get hurt, or what's going on here? So Lifetime kind of makes, in my opinion, two basic kinds of thrillers. They have your wild melodramatic ones, which are my personal favorites, but then they also have a kind of thriller that I like to call a wine sipper. And it's like a much more grounded, relaxed, straightforward kind of thriller that, I picture the target demographic just kind of sitting back and enjoying a few glasses of wine while they watch them. So anyway, this definitely falls into the category of a wine sipper. There's not a lot of melodrama, there's not a lot of craziness. It's a very straightforward kind of mystery thriller. But I will say this, I think this movie is very smart. I think the writing is really good in it because it plays on a lot of Lifetime tropes, like little things that we're used to seeing in all these movies. And let's be honest, Lifetime movies are kind of formulaic, and that's okay because, we like the formula. But it's also nice to get kind of a kick in that formula every once in a while, and Best Friend's Betrayal definitely does that. It plays on some of those well-known aspects of Lifetime thrillers and kind of turns them on their head. Some of them are in very subtle ways, and then some of them are in huge, drastic ways later on in the movie. It's a really interesting, smart movie from that perspective, but it also hits all the usual notes that you want from one of these more reserved Lifetime thrillers. I thought it was really solid. It's maybe not one that I would revisit, but again, I prefer the crazier, over-the-top kind of melodrama from these movies. But as far as these kind of, more grounded wine sipper type thrillers, I think this one is one of the better ones that I've seen. I think the twists are good. I think the writing is fantastic, like I said. I think the cast is really good. I think the two leads are good. I think the two women are definitely on a different level than the guy who plays Nick. I don't understand the logic behind the casting of the guy who plays Nick because he is the least threatening guy I've ever seen in a Lifetime movie. And if you've watched a lot of Lifetime movies, you know that there are some really oatmeal style guys in these movies. But man, this guy there is nothing charismatic or dangerous about him at all. It's kind of weird to see Katie flip out over this guy who's such a non-threatening, presence. But anyway, it is what it is. I thought it was a solid thriller, definitely worth watching once. And if you really prefer the more grounded Lifetime style movies, I think you'll get a lot more out of it even than I did. But honestly, even if you don't normally don't like these kind of, you prefer the melodramatic ones, I still think there's enough here to warrant checking it out. If you want to read my full review, you can go to my website, markfusion.com, and check that out. There's also tons and tons of other Lifetime movie reviews there, as well as all kinds of other movies as well. There's also quite a few in this playlist right here on YouTube, as well as hundreds and hundreds of other movie reviews. And if you want to really help me out, you can always hit that sub button. That'll really help me continue to grow the channel, keep making these videos. And if you want to go the super duper extra mile, when you do visit my website, you can use my Amazon links. I'll put anything I get from that back into the channel and the site by getting more movies to watch, more movies to review, and the circle of life continues. So thank you so much for watching this review of Best Friend's Betrayal from Lifetime. Hopefully I'll see you soon, and hopefully your best friends don't betray you. See you later, guys.